It is time. I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is all right with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. And I want to spend my life.
Hello. Welcome to Lunchin with Lisa. I wanted to give y'all a little background for tonight's show before we get started. So you all know that I consider February like Love Month. It's Black History Month. It's Love Month because of Valentine's Day. I get it. People say you should celebrate love every day, but what's wrong with a little extra love on Valentine's Day? So we're going to celebrate Valentine's Day. So last week we celebrated self-love. This week we're getting into the romance of it all. And then next week we're going to celebrate family love, and then we're going to move on to community love. So I'm trying to hit all bases with love, and I'm excited about tonight because we have some special guests. But first I wanted to give y'all a little background on what I'm going to be doing this month so you all can support and tune in. So on February 20th, I'm actually going to be moderating a conference called the 8th Annual Leading Within Conference. And the visionary is Sharon Parker. So if you all are interested, please tune in. She is huge on synergy and history. And you are definitely going to walk away with some nuggets and some history lessons because we need to know more about where we came from and what we're supposed to be doing. So I'm moderating that on February 20th. So please hit up Sharon. She will probably be in the stream. So I'll have her put the information in the chat. And on February 27th, I'll be a speaker at the conference called Favor is Fair. And that's by visionary Victoria Holland. So please tune in for that. I can tell you that's going to be a powerful event. Victoria Holland has put it together with 11 speakers, and we're going to have a good time on February 27th. So please support us and support her. And it's nothing but great information coming out and things that will enhance us and make us better people. So with that, so what I want to do right now is introduce our guests. And okay, so I gave y'all a little hint when I was posting about it. So if y'all didn't figure it out, I don't know where y'all been. But I'm going to introduce the ladies first, Art, okay? So I want to introduce, you probably remember her. If I say Kitty of the City, you might know who I'm talking about, but I want to introduce you to Jeannie Jones, who's a radio, TV personality, actress, and media executive. Jeannie Jones has begun her, she began her evolving career in entertainment at the early age, charming audiences in theater and dance. Her announcing debut began in Washington, D.C. with an internship, and by the time she had completed her studies in journalism at the University of Maryland, she knew that broadcasting was her career choice. Jeannie's first major break happened in Norfolk, Virginia at 103 Jams Radio and is a WAVY Wavy TV 10 NBC. Now I'm gonna let Jeannie tell you a little bit about what she's doing because she got a lot of stuff going on. And we have a little we're gonna celebrate Jeannie a little bit because she just had a birthday. So we're gonna sing. I don't know, my singing skills are not what you call singing, but we might sing to you or something and may have a little surprise for you. But welcome, Jeannie, to Lunchin with Lisa.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Absolutely. And then we have Brittany Holbert. We are welcoming Brittany to Lunchin with Lisa. Brittany has a company called Creations, and Brittany creates all kinds of special gifts for any occasion, but especially for Valentine's Day. She has some wonderful packaging that she has done for some gifts, and it could be for, I think she said, Galentine's Day, regular Valentine's Day, moms, whatever. So she has some wonderful gifts she's going to share with us. And then we have the wonderful Art Sherrod Jr., who is with us. You've been with us before. I forgot to tell him to bring his saxophone with him, but that's okay. Art is a man who loves music, a man who loves art, respects art. Look, Art, they just saw you a little while ago, but we had some other people on the show, but Art respects the spirit world, and thinks with his heart. He is equal parts heart and soul, and it seems as if God gave him an extra dose of expression through music. So Art is amazing on the saxophone. And he has a new project coming out Valentine's Day, I believe. So he's going to tell us a little bit about that, because that could be something that you want to do for Valentine's Day as well. So let's talk a little bit. First of all, happy birthday, Jeannie.
Happy birthday.
Yes, I don't know what you did for your birthday, but tell us a little bit about what you did for your birthday.
Well, I did a lot out here in Hollywood. Some things will, because, I'm going to respect the platform, but the Kitty Lounge pounced all over Hollywood. Let's just say that, okay? It was amazing. Just great food, great friends. And what was most important to me was like over 1,000 messages I got from DC City. DMV is my everything that I do. I do it for us. And they let me know, we got you. We got you.
Always,
you know
always.
I mean? It was amazing. But just, between the beach and working out, a lot of, meditation, just I always at this time of the year reassess what I'm grateful for. We have to assess who's around, different moves we need to make in business. Everybody can't go. That was your last time. So just focusing on that, and, just praying that everybody stays safe, healthy. We're moving forward with COVID, but things have been really great, between DC and LA for me. So it's just great,
we kind of mad at you right now because you just said,
did you see how I just talked about that? Like
you just said the beach.
I looked at home and I was like, "Oh, we snowing? We snowing?"
Yeah,
I'm going to Malibu and lay out and just vibe, So yeah.
That is so not the picture right here. We are cold, and it's snow and raining and ice, and she threw out the beach. I was like, wait a minute.
What we're going to do is bring you on here, Lisa, have Brittany's Creations live in LA. We are playing a saxophone. That's the next move this year. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So, Jeannie, why don't you tell, before we talk about some wonderful kit creations, why don't you tell us a little bit? You said we might get a little juice or something. So what's going on with Jeannie?
Jeannie always has the juice. Let me give you quick little extended version of 60 Seconds of Hollywood. First of all, I'm sure all of the ladies, anybody watching the Super Bowl was a little bit more inspired when we saw Michael B. Jordan and his Alexa spot. Well, let me tell you something. He is burning up out here. In between his films coming out, we are ever in love with him for his class, his charm, his ability to create more diversity and inclusion here in Hollywood. He's an adamant advocate for that. So we are championing him, and things are happening. So I'm just glad I'm here to bridge the gap between the DMV and Hollywood, and we're making it happen from a producer and executive producer standpoint. So we know we need to not only be in the room, but be at the table. So Michael B. Jordan is making those things happen. And, he's got new bun to him, Lori Harvey. We are very familiar with Lori, having recently supposedly bumped booties with Diddy, his son, Trey Songz, more recently with rapper Future. Yes. So now pleased with him. A lot of people are saying that this is kind of like a setup thing for PR, but the way her back, ladies, you know, if you are with your significant other, if anybody's touching the lower part of your back or right where your womb, your ovaries are, that means a little something. So they taking great. If it's all PR, it's looking good right now. So she helped him. You know, he's Aquarius like me, and she helped him celebrate his birthday. So let's see what happens there. Also, the other night, Dr. Dre, you guys may know, he going through a little funky divorce with his longtime wife Nicole, but he stepped out with my Jones sister, April Jones. You may be familiar with her from Love and Hip Hop, and the baby mama to Omarion's adorable. They have two adorable children. But
oh my,
yeah, April and Dr. Dre stepped out of a really wonderful restaurant we love here in West Hollywood, BOA, and like those things like that. I wonder because he has enough to cover up anything. These are rich people's problems.
right.
He stepped out, so obviously wanted to be seen. But I'm like, why, when you're going through a divorce and wife, you already count receipts on supposed mistresses, you know, places he's been taking care of. But then you're gonna step out with April Jones, as fly she is, meow, step, you know. But then they step into his Rolls Royce truck. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
You know, I'm sure Valentine's weekend is going to be popping. Also, I want to give props to any women that are sensitive through COVID and falling for love, whether you're catfished or doing all of these online things. But the woman in Texas who got scammed out $100,000 thinking she was talking to Bruno Mars.
Oh my.
Like at some point, Bruno, as much as we love Bruno Mars, hit maker for days, little cute as a button. But at some point, I'm be like, let's FaceTime. I mean, when you coming to see me, we can mask up. You know, I'm like 100K, and you haven't been to my door. No, I'm gonna see you, Bruno.
I know that's right.
We're gonna do a little video, a little private video. So we're gonna keep her lifted in prayer. And I want to give props to two couples. If you watch them, they are the epitome of me right now of what it means to go through challenges and hang in there. I also want to give you props, Lisa, to you and hubby. Y'all take the best picks and always promote. I love celebrating love and being transparent about it. Any type of relationship, business, personal, we're gonna have highs and lows. I want to give props to my boy Neo and my girl, his wife Crystal Smith. You guys have probably seen them on television going through their highs and lows, separations and everything, but they are back together and loving, making music, and probably another baby. I was at their last baby shower. Hey, I love it. And also, do you know actor DeVal Ellis? He is one of the stars on BET's current hit series called Sisters on Wednesday night.
Yes.
Him and his wife do an incredible job at discussing real life parenthood, being business partners, their individual journeys, and making it all work, and talking about it all throughout, and being so sexy with it. You know,
that's right.
I champion them, so they get my Valentine love props. Neo and Crystal Smith and DeVal and Kadeen Ellis. So yeah, that's, you know, the extended version.
That's some good news. I know that's right. So that, Jeannie, let me tell you before, I know that you won't be able to stay with us too long, but tell us a little bit about what you do, because you know, some people remember you from the DMV when you were here, but you are doing some major things. Yep. So share with us what you're doing and some projects so we know how to stay in touch with you.
Absolutely. Well, forever you'll hear my mouth on radio and television, because somebody will have a business meeting. They were like, is that Jeannie Jones, Kitty of the City? Like, it'll be somebody in Atlanta. And I'm like, yeah. So always doing multimedia, but I'm excited about a lot of projects coming out that right now we're looking at Netflix and a couple of other not only documentaries, but television series that if you follow me at I am Jeannie Jones, I will always let you know what's going on. Have a lot of artists that are currently doing the new series of American Idol this upcoming season, which kicks off on ABC this Sunday.
Okay.
So I've always been doing that since DC. And I even have an artist in Washington right now who is performing at the Young Men's Conference here on the 27th in LA. So I'm constantly bridging our gaps, but also producing in television, film, and anybody that needs assistance with digital content. Because one thing, again, I love about COVID and even your evolution, Lisa, from where you started to what's going on now, you gotta love it, and you're reaching people all over the world. That's what's
Yes.
great about it. So all of those things are coming up, and if you get a chance to watch a short film, beautiful to watch for this Valentine's weekend, called Canvas, short film on Netflix. That is something
I
else
have
I am
seen
promoting.
that.
You saw it?
Yes, I saw
Yes,
Canvas.
Frank
It's a
Abney is the
grandmother,
creator.
the little
He's my
girl.
daughter's mentor. Yes, so
Oh, wow.
we're working hard in animation. So don't be surprised when you see the Kitty of the City. We'll keep the Kitty of the City for the adults, you know,
Okay.
somewhere. But the animated for all of our cubs and kittens. I've always been committed, and the Jeannie Jones Mentor Program started in DC and hasn't stopped. And there will be a lot coming in terms of books and animation from the Kitty of the City. So
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Guess I actually stumbled upon Canvas and it drew me in.
See there?
And it was a beautiful short
Did you feel
film.
it
Yes.
though?
Everybody needs to see that.
So
Yes.
there's a lot going on with us as a community in Hollywood, in radio, television, and film. So I will always keep you posted and bring
Please,
exclusives to you.
please. We look, when this is all over with, we need to come out there and hang with you, Jeannie.
No,
Because
let's take it live. Let's go.
yes,
Go.
we need to, because first of all, it's
Absolutely.
warm there. There's no
Yeah.
snow there. But yes, we're gonna make that happen. But I appreciate you coming on, and I know you have other things you gotta do. Stay on as long as you can. But I didn't, the surprise didn't make it. She may later, but what I wanted to do was because Nonchalant is my best friend from high school, and she's been on the show before, but I hit her up earlier today and said, look, it was Jeannie's birthday Monday. How about you pop in and say happy birthday? And
You
she
would have cut
has
up.
other things going on, but she said, I'm definitely going to try. So she may come on later.
Do
But
me a
that was my
favor.
surprise.
Do me a favor. Nan is my girl. This is all you need to tell her. Tell her that the birthday girl, the Kitty of the City, will deliver a fruit cake for her. That's all
I
you
know
need.
that's
to say.
right.
She's gonna be. It's gonna be done. That's a personal joke we've had forever. But that is my girl. 5 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And yeah, she's the reason that we met 9-10 years ago when I had started the magazine.
I remember.
Yes, and ever since then we've all I love it. So I was like, maybe if you get a minute, you come on and say happy birthday. So if she does, it's going to be on here. But that was my surprise.
Or maybe we do 60 seconds of Hollywood at the beginning of every month. Like, let's go.
Okay, that is not a problem.
There
yes,
we go.
so we're gonna be talking this. So
but Art, I want to hear your music and Brittany's creations.
yes.
Let's put them in. Actually, let's send one to Michael B. Jordan. We'll put Lori Harvey's name on it, but we'll know it's you.
I know that's right. Thank you so much.
Happy
Jeannie.
Valentine's weekend.
Yes, and happy birthday, happy Valentine's Day. Brittany.
Hi.
Share with us a little bit before we get, because we're gonna get wrapped up in the music with Art in a minute. Because we want to hear all about. Here's actually something that could be a great gift for people for Valentine's Day from Art. But share us a little bit about your kit creations.
Yeah, so I'm a local DMV based kit creation business. We do gifting, specialized gifts for all occasions, for corporate gifts. So I have a few gifts right here that I can show you guys and what I've been working on for Valentine's Day. So this particular kit, it has wine, chocolate, conversation heart, it's got the wine glass with the lips.
Yes,
I have another one that I love here. It has Godiva chocolate, soap, lotion, bath bomb, and candle. So it's really nice to give, send it to your loved one. You don't have to think about it. There's a card that's included, personalized. I do hand delivery, shipping. And I kind of got into gifting during my time when I worked for Kimpton Hotels back in 2013. I was in charge of a lot of the different amenities that we would send to like VIP guests and things like that. And I kind of really, really fell in love with making people smile. I have a passion for gift giving. I feel like my heart is huge. So this business kind of mimics who I am to the core. And that gift that was just on the screen, I have that here too. This is perfect for Valentine's Day. So we have nail polish. There's some Be My Rosé wine, glam pin. We've got some Prada Candy Night and a compact mirror. So it's really nice, cute little items that you can your girlfriend, your colleague, your aunt, whoever, and it's just easy and you don't have to think about it.
Okay, so let us know where we can hit you up to maybe order, because I need to place some orders yet. Because look, Brittany said it's not too late to place the orders for these kits, because I know some of y'all ain't gone out there and taking care of Valentine's Day. So tell them where they can get, or make these orders.
Yes, so you can go to my Instagram page, Kit Creations, and that's KITKREATIONS. I'm also on Facebook, where you can kind of put an order in and DM me. But I still have about 10 kits available. So all your last minute items, come to me. I have them, and I'll take good care of you.
Wonderful. Yes, I will be getting in touch with you. Those are wonderful. I like the bottle of wine with the glass. Yes, nice touch. I love. Brittany's been out there doing. She gets a lot of. She works with corporate offices to give them. Because even like with businesses that give thank you gifts and things like that. Brittany is. She does all those kind of corporate gifts and things like that. So please hit Brittany up, and we'll again, before we get off, find out how we can get in touch with her again. Before we go off to get into the music of things, because this is we celebrating a little love in the air. Let's go to a commercial break real quick, and then we will be right back. All right. Yeah, y'all hit us up, DSM Media. So, Art, welcome back to Luncheon with Lisa.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. So tell us what's going on with you for Valentine's Day. What you had some new stuff going on.
Yeah. I just finished up a CD it's called the CD's titled Art of Love,
Love it.
and I went and recorded a bunch of songs that I thought would set the mood. Um, so songs like Pretty Brown Eyes from Mint Condition, and I Get Lonely by Janet Jackson, and Always and Forever, Heat
Oh, that's the
Wave,
hot one, right?
Between the Sheets, the Isley Brothers,
Okay.
and Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran, and If Only You Knew. You guys remember that song, right? Patti LaBelle, Lady in My Life,
Wow.
Michael Jackson, and If Only for One Night, and I Can't Make You Love Me. So, I put all those together, and a local gentleman produced it. Mark Stewart produced the CD, and I used all DMV personnel. So it was a lot of fun creating this.
Did you start doing this all through like since we've been on lockdown, kind of with COVID? Is that when it started? How long have you been working on this?
Yeah, I've always wanted to. Well, for the last couple of years, I talked about doing a love songs project, and with COVID hitting, all the musicians were home, so including myself. So we got an opportunity to get together. Started probably last summer.
Okay.
And finished up literally within the last couple of weeks, and I'm really excited about it. It's I made this record just with envisioning the whole setting the mood, dinner. You have a dinner guest or what have you, and putting this CD on, and I think it's a little romantic, but it has a little bit of a live feel to it too.
So when is it going to be available? Like when are you releasing it?
Well, my actual CD, I'm doing a CD release party in Baltimore on Sunday at Magooby's in Timonium. And so I'll have product there. But then next Friday is when you can actually go to iTunes and Amazon and Spotify and whatnot and actually download the project. So I wanted to make it a little special for Baltimore, which, I don't live in Baltimore, but they really embraced me when I first came out. So just something real special. Have a little love CD, and we're gonna put on a concert for him. And
Oh, I love that. You said it's on so actually on Valentine's Day,
actually
and you
on
will have
Valentine's
product
Day.
there. So
Yes.
people will be able to get a copy of it there.
Yes, yes, they should be able to get a copy. As long as nothing happens in the mail, it's supposed to arrive here between today and or tomorrow and Saturday, so we
That's
should be
right.
fine. And you know, if nothing else, it's going to be just an amazing concert. I used a lot of the
Absolutely, I'm
musicians.
sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and you know, a lot of people are going to be off on Monday. It's President's Day, so
That's right.
why not?
That's right. I'm sure that's going to be a wonderful show. Because I've been to your show. I just, we love the saxophone. We love your music. We love what you do. So, definitely, I think someone was asking Maria said, how can she get that CD for my kids? So, Maria, if you go, look, you're looking for something to do on Valentine's Day. Again, Art, tell them where they can go on Valentine's Day.
You can go to Magooby's in Timonium, Maryland. If you go to charmcityjazz.com, you can
Mhm.
actually purchase tickets there. And you know,
Okay.
it's a COVID friendly environment, so it's the capacity is limited. So
Mhm.
which means that the tickets are very limited. And I know there were just a few left, but they're spacing everyone out. You can go and have dinner there, so it's a great environment, and you know, we're going to try to set the stage where it's all about love.
I'm sure it will be wonderful. And look, I'm thinking, Brittany, we get one of your kits, and
Yeah.
even if we have to download it next week, but even if you go out, you can get that CD if you're at the show and he doesn't run out, because y'all, he gonna run out. I'm trying to tell you. But if you want to slide it into that kit, but that's the perfect thing to do for Valentine's Day. So this is one of the reasons, because I'm mushy and I'm gushy and love. So what I wanted to do is I'm gonna do a quick giveaway. Just because I like to give things away. I'm like Brittany, I just like to give for absolutely no reason at all.
Yeah.
So I wanted somebody to guess for me, and it could be Shariva might have to help me keep an eye out, but I wanted to see if someone could guess what today is February 11th, but what is the significance of February 13th? So we know that February 14th is Valentine's Day, right? We know that this is Love Month because of Valentine's Day. We know it is Black History Month. Before we do a Black History moment with Luncheon with Lisa, I wanted to see who knows what special day February 13th is. So if they do, the first person to throw it into the chat that can tell me what February 13th is, what I'm thinking it is, they will get actually a copy of my new children's book called When Gigi Meets Cam. So I'm excited to give it away, and I will sign this and put a little heart in there with a crayon for Camden's signature, because he hasn't perfected his signature yet. But yeah, we can put this in the mail for you. But I want everybody to think about, while we go to a Black History moment, I want you to think about what significant holiday. It's a man-made holiday, but what holiday is on February 13th? And don't go to Google and research it. Just when we come back from this break, we're gonna see if someone was able to guess. So we're gonna have a Black History moment with Luncheon with Lisa. Welcome to another Luncheon with Lisa Black History moment. Today I wanted to share three people who are part of our history who have made a huge impact. I wanted to first introduce you to Benjamin Banneker, who taught himself astronomy and math to become America's first known African American man of science. I also wanted to introduce you to Phyllis Wheatley. For those of you all who don't know who that is, Phyllis Wheatley was only 12 when she became the first female African American author published. And last but certainly not least, I wanted to introduce you to Ralph Bunche, who was the first person of color and first African American to receive a Nobel Peace Prize. And that is a little of our Black History moment with the Luncheon with Lisa show. So that was a little history on Black. I said this month out every Thursday, I would do a little Black History moment. Sharon Parker, you can see is here. Sharon, please put your information in the chat of your conference on February 20th. I told them a little bit about it, but she's kind of inspired me with the Black History, because I think now more than ever, we need to get back in touch with our history. I think, a lot of us are kind of out of touch with, they don't understand what's going on these days. And I think if we were more in tune to our history, we would be able to make better sense of this and make better decisions moving forward. So I wanted to do my part this month, especially, not saying that it should just be for February, but definitely for Black History Month, give a little background. So last week we had one. This week I shared 3 more people, and for the next 2 weeks I'll be sharing something. So I just wanted to do a little, I'm a teacher at heart, even though I've never been a teacher. It's just in me. So there was my moment. So did anybody, I see that Maria guessed Children's Day. That's not the answer, but I can't remember when Children's Day is, but it's not Children's Day. Oh, nobody guessed. What is, okay, so I'm gonna give you a hint and see if we can, and Brittany and Art, if you happen to know, please take a guess at it. But February 13th, and I will say that the word, because it's Black History Month, February 13th combines Black history with Valentine's Day. So does anybody know what February 13th is? Nobody knows. Okay. I'm going to give them a little bit more time, Sharifa. So what we're going to do before we come back and talk some more with our guests and give people some time to think about that, we're going to go to another commercial, and then we're going to come back and kind of shoot the breeze. Brittany and Art said they wanted to lunch with Lisa today, so that's what we're going to do. So we'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're back while I'm still waiting to see who might have an answer. But Brittany, I wanted to ask you a little bit about, I know you said you're a giver, but what made you decide to do these kits? What brought that on and you decided I'm going for it, and created Kit Creations?
I feel like right around this time in 2018 is kind of when Kit Creation launched. I was in my room kind of playing around. I had a bottle of wine, some bath salt, lotion, and different items. And I put it in a box and I put it on my Snapchat. And then I was just kind of joking around, playing around. Next thing I know, I get a bunch of DMs like, how much is this? Where can I get this? And I'm just like, is this a thing? But I love to give. So I feel like, okay, I can make this a business. And then, at one point I was working at a hotel. I was working for Bowie State. I worked a bunch of different jobs, but I wasn't really happy in what I was doing. So kind of gift giving is my niche. I feel like it really resonates with me. I've always been a really good gift giver. I feel like I'm always that person that's going above and beyond trying to find a really cool gift for that person. And it kind of just happened. Like I said, back in February of 2018, around this time is kind of when it started. And I was just playing around with the different items and put it in a box. And then I started an Instagram page. And then I get a bunch of different DMs, and friends are like, can you do this for me? Can you make 10 kits? I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then next thing I know, it's a business. So it's so weird how it kind of happened, but I love it. I literally love it.
So how do you decide like what you want to put into the gifts? What inspires you to decide I want to package this together? I love the wine. Of course, I love the wine thing, but I know probably over the course of a year, it changes depending on what what your audience is or what the event is. So what inspires you to decide what goes into this box?
Well, I'm always shopping around. I'm always looking for new vendors that I can kind of partner with and kind of put their items in my gifts, kits. But I feel like a lot of times it comes from my customers and my clients. They'll say, can you make a kit for me? My mom likes the color pink. She's into this. She's into self-care. And then I'll kind of go from there, and I'll go back over the items with them. If they agree, we kind of go forward. So a lot of the items are custom. I do a lot of curated items around the holidays because it's just easier to, purchase something and just go versus thinking about it, because who wants to stress over gift giving? It's supposed to be a fun thing, but a lot of my items are custom based.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I like the custom part because I mean that's kind of cool because even though you're putting it together, you know it's something that the person is going to love everything that's in there. I mean, even though I'm sure wine is a given, you put a bottle of wine in a little box with me. I don't care what else is in the box. I don't even need the glass. You just gonna put it on. But I love that. So, and that's why this kind of combined for the romantic love thing we're talking about today, because art is bringing the music, you bringing the kits, and just to let everybody know, if you're thinking about something to do for Valentine's Day, Art is doing something on Valentine's Day and releasing his new music, and then Brittany has these kits, and I will be in touch with you because it does take the pressure off of trying to figure out what to do for Valentine's Day, especially because things are limited because of what we can do. You can't go out necessarily the same way. And even if you go to Art, things are limited. So everybody's not going to be able to go. So you got to do other stuff. So you might as well have some stuff that you like, whether it's soap or wine or whatever, to enjoy. Because I even asked my husband, what I mean, it's been so long, you know, and if you've been together a long time, I like your kids, because when you've been together a long time, it's kind of like, well, what do you want for Valentine's Day? Because I mean, you've done it all at some point, you know what I'm saying? And then the stuff that you really want now is like, you tripping. You know, some things on my list, he's like, okay, well, what else you got on the list?
Exactly.
That is not in my, okay. So, I love it. So I'm hoping that you all reach out to Brittany and check out some of her kits. But I was looking to see, I think Sharon said my grandson's birthday, Tanique's youngest. Oh, that might be true for February 13th, but that's actually not what I was going for. Okay, so I don't want to give it to you all. So, okay, we'll have to come up with something else. Maybe Shariva can come in the chat and tell me what we can do to give away the book. So I'm not going to give away the book for that because I'm going to give it to you. But actually, February 13th is Black Love Day. For you all who didn't know that, it's actually Black Love Day. And it started back February 13th of 1993. And it's for atonement, reconciliation, and celebration of us. So it's technically a holiday. It was founded by someone by the name of, and I'm not sure I'm pronouncing his name right, but Ayo Handy Kendi. And you can look it up, and he's actually, or she, I'm not even sure if it's a man or a woman, but who is the founder of a nonprofit African American Holiday Association. And what this holiday, Black Love is based on demonstrating love towards your creator, self-love, family love, and the Black community, which ironically, even though I'm aware of Black love, I never really paid attention to that those were the pillars, but that's actually how I lined up the show for February, not realizing that that's what I was doing. So I wanted to give you all, and that just go to tell you how God does downloads. So he give you something you don't even know how it's connected. But Black love to me, and I know it's another man-made holiday, but I mean, what's wrong with another extra day to show a little extra love? But it is an official holiday, you all. So for those who didn't know anything about Black Love Day, it is officially on February 13th every single year. And so you might want to start celebrating that every year. I am aware every year. So even before Valentine's Day. So if you think about it, Black Love Day is probably a direct connect to Black History Day. So that's why February is so important. We always talk about having the shortest month, so to speak, but there's a whole lot of power in this short month sometimes. So we need to remember that. So that can't be the reason I give away this book, because I gave you all the answer. So, and I think I don't know, Shariva, maybe in the chat, can you give me something? Or I'm going to have my guests help me to come up with a way that they can win. So let me see. I have two books. I'm gonna give away the children's book, and then I have a book called Unleash Your Superpower. I want to give that away too. So I want to give people an opportunity. If you all have tuned in and listened to some of the things that Brittany is doing, and then Art is doing. So I have two questions for each of my guests. For Brittany, the first person to tell me what the name of her business is. And Shariva, you don't count, so don't you type that in there. But what is the name of Brittany's business? You will win the Unleash Your Superpower book. So I'm gonna give them a minute, Brittany. I'm gonna see if they was paying attention. That was a teacher in me. And for Art, if you all can remember, that's close, Maria. That's so close, but that's not it. And don't y'all go typing and Googling. She got it. So congratulations, Maria. Maria, she's one of the co-authors on my Unleash Your Superpower book. So I certainly can't give her that book because she's one of the authors in the book. So I will give her a children's book for winning that. Congratulations, Maria. And now we're gonna move to Art. So can anybody tell me what the name of Art's new CD is? He mentioned it when he first started talking. Can you all tell me? What did Maria say? I want the other book. Well, Maria, you let me know what book you want, and you want the children's book. I got you. So, can anybody tell me what Art told us was the name of his new CD? Yeah, and I put some of it out there, but Art told us the name of his CD. So you all think about that for a minute. And whoever comes up with the name of his CD, his new CD, you will get a copy of the children's book as well. So Sharon said, stop, Maria. You know she's winning everything. Oh, did she get it? Art, she got it?
She got it. She got it.
Oh my goodness.
Maria's paying attention.
Maria is always paying attention. Yes, congratulations, Maria. So I don't know if you want two copies of the children's book. You let me know, but we will take care of you. So before we have a few minutes to just talk a little bit. So this was all about love. You know, last week was about self-love. So, you know, for both of you all, share me a little bit. So we're really kind of talking about, you all are doing things in honor of love, so to speak. But what does love, what does love mean to you? And it doesn't always have to be romantic, but even in the sense of romance, what's important around these times? Because some people will tell you, and I did say I wanted to mention this, people will say, well, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day because it's man-made and we're supposed to be loving each other every day. Okay, so if you're supposed to be loving each other every day, then how do you exclude Valentine's Day? Because it is actually a day out of the 365. So tell me a little bit about what love means to you, or what you think we should be doing around this time, around Valentine's Day, President's Day, whatever. So Brittany, what you think?
I feel like I'm all about loving people. I don't even have to know you and I love you already. I feel like figuring out what someone's love language is for me, if it's words of affirmation, if it's a physical touch, is it receiving gifts? I feel like mine is probably receiving gifts and giving gifts, because I'll just give you something just because. I feel like a lot of my Facebook family, I might not know you, but I'm encouraged by you or something like that. And if I see something in the store, I'll kind of DM you, what's your address? And they're like, huh? I don't know you. What are you? And then I'm sending you something because I just can't help it. So I feel like, being kind and showing gratitude for people who are, doing good things out there, just show love. And I feel like you can do that through the art of gift giving.
Absolutely. And it's so important, especially nowadays, because I just think that this is such a time when we've gotten away from genuinely just loving people for who they are. And we say we love them, but then, your actions don't match what you say. And right. Valentine's Day to me is a moment where you get kind of a reminder, that knock at the door, like, okay, so if you haven't been doing this all year, we're actually going to send you this reminder that, hey, you need to recognize somebody, show a little love, whatever. So Art, with the music, because you said that this was something you wanted to do for a long time. Why was that? Why did you want to do this love album? What was the importance of that for you?
Well, I think that the love is something that is shared. But first you have to love yourself first.
That's right.
First and foremost. But it is also a relationship, whereas it's a relationship with you, it's a relationship with others. As Brittany mentioned, you don't have to know the next person to love them. I think that you should really go into any situation in the position of love
Mhm.
until you cause me not to love you,
Right.
or maybe like you. I mean, because I'm
Right.
still supposed to love you, but
Right.
so for me, the creating this project, the art of love, was really just something to reconnect. Because sometimes we have to reconnect with other people. So on Valentine's Day, normally it's shared with your significant other,
Mhm.
or your crush or whoever. Um, but it is also a time to reach out to different people, and even in your family, pick up a phone
Mhm.
and tell people that you love them and just connect, because sometimes just a phone call from someone that you don't expect a call from will put a smile on your face, because love should put a smile on your face. It
Yeah.
really should. It should make you feel some kind of way. And so that's kind of the premise for the record too. I want you to feel some kind of way.
Right.
On the different songs, some of the songs on the record, some of them talk about, like, I get lonely. That's true.
Right.
And I can't make you love me. It's kind of a heartbreak thing, but it's a beautiful song. And I think through life, you're going to experience all different layers of love.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, so that
And
that,
you
that
brought
love.
back you brought back some oldies, because I mean, some of the songs that you mentioned are songs that you sit at home and it comes on and you just want to chill and listen to music, and you didn't necessarily have to be sad or mad or anything. It was just like, "Ooh, that was my song," and it could be one of the saddest songs ever. And you thinking, you should be in tip, but it was the music that made you, like you said, it makes you feel a certain way. And that's why I've always had a love for music anyway, because it is how it makes you feel.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
listen to words, and it's what it makes you feel. I think that's why sometimes I'm deterred by the noisy music, because
Mhm.
it's not relaxing. It doesn't make me feel calm.
No.
So then I'm like, okay, that's not my music. But I mean, it's music, I guess. But yeah, but your music, and then the saxophone, and just the fact, how the saxophone, I think, makes everybody feel. Most people love the sound of the sax. You could be playing row, row, row your boat. And I think, wait a minute. I mean, and I want to ask real quick, was there one of your shows where you played some songs that were not, I don't know if it wasn't like songs, but you played some songs that were like something like Rowie, but it was like, it still sounded so good. Like, oh my goodness, he just played that with the saxophone and we loved it. So
Yeah, sometimes, especially when a lot of times when parents or whatever, if it's a kid friendly. Well, I mean, all my shows are kid friendly, but in a venue that will allow kids, sometimes kids will be out in the audience, and I typically like to take a little stroll out in the audience, and I have been known to play to kids, and they may not understand all this other music, but they know row 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 your boat.
yes,
They know all of those little nursery rhymes. And normally I'll incorporate it within a solo or something like that. And then, at that moment, the kid kind of just brightens up. And it's like, oh, I know that song. So yeah.
yes, I love it. Look, I mean, you maybe should think about doing like a children's song, because I mean, they probably just love that. I remember for some reason I remember you doing that somewhere and thought then that was the cutest thing, because you never think of saxophone and nursery rhyme.
Mhm.
But it was like, oh, that sounds so good. And we're thinking, most of the time when the kids are singing, you're like, no, not today, not today. But
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah. No,
I love it.
no,
I
thank you. Yeah.
remember one of those shows. So okay, so tell me, Art, real quick, after Valentine's Day, do you have any other things that are lined up? I know it's COVID and things, so
Mhm.
things
Mhm.
are limited, but do you have anything else that's coming up, or what are your other
Yeah. Well, I've got a few things that are coming up. I think as people will feel a little bit more comfortable getting out and people get vaccinated. So I'm in Dallas, and that's was it May the 29th at the Riverfront Jazz Festival.
okay,
And then I'm doing a Motown event for Morning Star Baptist Church right there in Woodlawn.
okay,
And so I'm going to bring a unit there. I have a Juneteenth celebration that I'm doing in Annapolis for Phyllis T. Adams, and
Mhm.
that should be really cool. That's going to be a lot of fun because there's a lot of history in Annapolis.
Oh yeah.
And then I have the Rehoboth Beach Jazz Festival coming up in October, and then I have the Berks Jazz Festival in August.
Oh
So
my
there's some things
goodness.
coming, and
Wow.
then I actually have another record that's coming out in during the summer. So like I said, this record was specific kind of to love,
Mhm.
but the next record is that's like I said, I'm about 2 songs from being completely finished with it, and this one's more about grooving. You know,
Okay.
the whole record is all about grooving, and I think the timing will be good because that's the time when we want to get out and make some moves. And
Yes.
so, very excited about that. You know, I just did a show with Cece Peniston at Birchmere about 3 weeks ago, and so
Really?
yeah,
I
we
love
normally
her
do a couple of.
too. I
Oh,
love her.
she's amazing. She's a sweetheart to begin with,
She is.
and we
She is.
normally do a couple of shows together every year. So yeah, so who knows? We may do something again toward the end of the year.
I love her. I'm gonna share a little tip that some people don't know about Cece Peniston because she I don't know that most people know that she did or does or has done the theme song for PTA, Parent
Mhm.
Teacher Association. And I never knew that. And when I found that, I was like, that is so cool. But I found that out because those are the little things that I like to find out about people that nobody knows. Because when they think of CC Peniston, they think of, all her songs, and I'm like, hey,
Mhm.
she's well rounded because PTA was like, I like CC too. Okay.
Yeah, no, when we first met, I was on a show and she was hosting the show. And like I said, tidbits that you just don't know about people. And this was my very first time meeting her, but I'd always been a fan. So, in the 90s, that's when her music was just pumping.
Yes.
And so, I was at the show and they had us in the tent, in the van where they were feeding us and where we were just hanging out between sets. And she came back and we were eating, and next thing I know, I look up, she comes in and she's talking, and then she starts taking our plates as we were finished. She said, "Here, let me get this, let me get this." And to me, that was just like, okay, wait a minute, this is CC Peniston, just taking care of us like we're at our house, at her
Right.
house or whatever. And to me, that just spoke just mounds of just kudos to her because she's just a sweet person. I've performed with artists that the last thing they're going to do is pick up their plate. They're not going to pick up your plate. They're not. Most time they don't pick up theirs.
I know
Right.
that's
So so it's yeah, so it was just amazing. She's an absolute
She
sweetheart.
really is. I don't know her personally, but I have met her
Mhm.
before. And I'll double check, but I believe she has done the theme song for PTA because she was actually at my a job, and she was there. And that was one of the reasons she was there. And I was like, I didn't know that. So that was kind of a good tidbit history kind of thing. But
Mhm.
she was a sweetheart. It was like talking to somebody that you had known for
All right.
years. It was immediately, girl, because I was like,
Exactly.
I think one of her song is "I Cry." What is the name of
Yeah,
this song?
Inside I Cry. It was
"Inside
Inside I
I
Cry.
Cry," and I
Yeah.
think I had
Mhm.
mentioned that. I said, "Girl, I have listened to that song and just been, ooh." And she was like, "Girl, don't I know?" So yeah, She wouldn't remember me or anything, but yeah, she was really a sweetheart.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
and always from day one.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So Brittany. So what other things like I know you're gearing up for Valentine's Day, but what other things are you gearing up for doing after the holiday? I know you're gonna be busy the next couple of days, but
Yeah, I'm cramming in last minute orders and requests right now. But right now I'm working with some local vendors, some Black owned companies to incorporate them in my gift kits. And then I'm
okay.
working on hopefully getting a small storefront. Surprise. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's something that I'm working on. And I'm also working on a rebrand. So my website's going to launch soon. So if you go onto my Instagram or my Facebook Kid Creations page, you'll see the Linktree link where you can
Okay.
subscribe to my website launch. So you're in the know. But I'm always available for your custom kit needs
Oh.
or gift needs. I'm always available.
Well, congratulations to you. See, I didn't know, y'all. She didn't tell me that. So, congratulations to you. We are full of
Great.
surprises here today. That is huge. So yeah, you all reach out to Brittany, and stay connected because she's doing big things in art. Congratulations on your new CD, and you have one coming out. So you didn't sit still during this time. You've been busy working, I can see.
Oh yeah.
As soon
Working
as
and moving.
things get better, also Maria says she actually has a chess club, so she's looking for a chess club basket. So that would be cool.
That'd be
Definitely, Maria, you need to hit Brittany up and find out. I'm sure she can make that happen.
fun.
But congratulations to both of you all. I wanted to remind everybody that you can find Luncheon with Lisa on Thursdays, every Thursday, 7 to 8, 7 p.m., 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you can also find Luncheon with Lisa streaming on GMAP Broadcasting Network on Fridays at the same time. I've partnered up with another network, so they're running the show on Fridays, which is kind of cool. Yes, you can come back and run this, but you can also find it on his platform with other shows. So that's a plus to Luncheon with Lisa. And I enjoy every Thursday coming back. Next Thursday, we're going to be talking about family love. So we're going to have a guest on who some of you may know, but she's going to be talking about her journey to find her family and all of the wonderful things that are going on with her now. But we're going to talk about family love next week. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you all for tuning in. Art, I'm gonna get that CD. I want to download it, but I like the actual CD. So I got to get that CD. And Brittany, I will definitely be in touch for a kit. I just think that's a wonderful way to kind of show your love, but we can't go out there shopping and doing all of that other stuff. So this is a perfect way to make that happen. So thank you all, Maria and Cheryl and Sharon, everybody who tuned in. I'm trying to Shelly. Thank you for tuning in. I think Nadine is out here. I think Brittany, that's some of your friends. But y'all, thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Thanks, Maria. Congratulations to you for winning everything. You didn't give anybody else a chance to win anything. She always, every live she gets on, if they do some kind of trivia or something, Maria wins everything. But she said, "Happy Love Day, everyone." So I did want to say Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Please show some love to someone, maybe someone you haven't shown some love to in a while. But make it a special day, just because tomorrow's not promised. And given what the state we're in now, that's more of a reason to just show a little love. We need more of that in the world because the love has been challenged lately. So we need more of that. So thank y'all so much for coming on Luncheon with Lisa.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And we'll see you next week on Luncheon with Lisa.
All right.
See you.